are now recording. My first question for you is, what was your first and most vivid memory?
Okay, probably my most vivid memory is we had a furnace in our basement that
It's like our little
took coal
Okay.
and it heated the house. Well, there was, I think you're supposed to open a draft or something. Well, my brother forgot to do that before he went to school. So the furnace blew out.
Oh.
And I remember my mom was teaching school, so I would go to a babysitter. And I remember being in the car and driving to the house after the firemen had put it out.
Yeah, shepherd.
And just going in
Yeah,
the
and
house
Angel
and
showed
just
the
the
shepherds and
smell of
said, "Hey."
smoke and stuff. And then there was this big hole in the middle of the house. So that was my first.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're right.
Okay, and then after
Ours is a
that
camel
one,
and a
how many
donkey.
brothers and sisters do you have? And then when were they born? And what memories do you have of any of them growing up?
Okay,
That looks like it's from
I have three sisters and one brother.
All right.
And
Wait, I forget. Are you the oldest, youngest, middle?
I'm the youngest.
Okay.
My sister Sandra's the oldest. She was born in 1936.
All right.
Joycelyn was born in 1937. My brother Jerry was born in 1942. And my Eileen was born in 1945.
All right. So then, do you have specific memories for each of them growing
Okay.
up?
I do not remember Sandra at home at all. My first recollection of her is getting a letter, my parents getting a letter from her saying that she's married.
Oh.
And I was expecting.
Lovely.
Did she go to school or is she?
She was at ASU and somehow met Gordon, I don't know how,
So how much older is she than you?
15 years.
Okay.
here.
I barely remember Joycelyn at home. The only really memory I have of her being at home was she was big into home economics.
Got it.
And she took me to the high school, you know, they have those little preschools, and she took me to that.
Oh, fun.
Jerry, I remember he would play games with me because Eileen wouldn't. And my most vivid memory of Eileen is sitting on the couch reading books.
Oh, fun.
Those what?
You think these are good?
Probably.
All right. Oh, do you remember what you wanted to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a teacher.
All right. And then how did that change over time?
I started taking the class. I got into the education classes in college and decided, nah.
Absolutely. All right, nice. Next one. What big world events do you remember from the time you were growing up? And do you feel that those have affected you as an adult?
Probably the biggest one was the Cold War and the Bay of Pigs.
Gotcha.
And I just remember being afraid of a nuclear bomb, and I'm figuring out, okay, they're not going to bomb Snowflake because there's nothing here. But are we close enough to Phoenix?
Oh, yeah.
That I don't really think all that affected me growing up.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Like it rips to the bottom.
Oh, this one's fun. Did you go to university or college, and how did you decide what you wanted to study? So kind of similar to the last one.
I went to BYU for 2 years, and I transferred to ASU, and that's kind of when I decided I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And then I went back to BYU and finished up. And what was the rest of it?
What did you decide you wanted
Hold
to
them
study?
instinct, like, if we stick them in and you hold it kind of like pinched for the first little bit.
What was the?
How did you decide what you wanted to study? So after teaching, what did you go into?
I went into child development.
That's what this class is.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Well, actually, it's human development.
I took a few classes and I thought, oh, I like that. I like the
Very
course of
cool.
study. I really should have gone in. I had a friend in one of the classes, and she actually went into early childhood education, which I probably should have done,
Oh yeah.
but I didn't.
That's all right. All right. Do you remember your first job?
I think it was on a dude ranch in Colorado.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's very cool. Did you have anything you really liked or didn't like about it?
Uh, what did I not like about it? At first I was a counselor. I didn't like that, and then I did other stuff, which was okay. But I worked with cousins, so that I enjoyed that.
That is very fun.
Yeah. And there were cousins that I didn't really know real well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it was fun to get to know them.
When was that? Like how old were you with your first job?
But,
How old were you when you had your first job? Roughly.
well, other than babysitting jobs, I didn't have real job
Yeah.
until I was probably 19.
All right. Very cool. Next one. When did you get married? About how old were you? Yeah.
I was weeks away from being 26.
Nice.
We got married in 1976.
Was it December when you guys got married?
Yeah.
Do you remember where it was and what it was like?
Dad let me drive all by myself.
Oh my goodness.
We got married in the Mesa Temple,
Oh, cool.
and
Yeah, that's.
what else was?
Do you remember like what it was like? Any details like color schemes, anything?
Okay, we got married in the temple, and then we had a reception in Wayne's ward,
Okay, cool.
Grandma Evans' ward, and I can't remember how it was decorated there, but my colors were pink
Oh, cute.
and, well, more mauve-y
Okay,
or
pretty.
cranberry, I don't know, and pink and green.
Nice.
And then we went up to Snowflake and had another reception.
Oh, cool.
And I just remember we had a lot of Christmas trees.
A nice winter wedding. All right. What's your favorite story about one of your children, and why is it your favorites?
I thought a lot about that one, but I think my favorite one. Okay, Auntie Obbs was always jealous of Trevor, even when Grandpa was bringing them to the hospital to see it.
Oh yeah.
And she was saying something like, "I don't want to see the baby." But I don't even know how old they were, probably, I don't know, you know, elementary school age.
Yeah.
And we were, was it family home evening or scripture study? Probably family home evening. Both of those always wanted to sit by me.
Oh.
And Trevor just happened to be sitting by me first.
The dryer.
And Aubrey was up in her room, being Aubrey. And Grandpa said, Aubrey, if you're down here by the count of 3, you can sit by Grandma.
Oh no.
So he counts 1. She comes flying down the stairs. And by 2, she's on the couch, and by 3, she's whipped Trevor off the couch onto the
Trevor
floor.
off, and by 3 she was sitting next to you.
You gotta see when you're still awake.
So everybody remembers
Yes.
this. Very nice.
Yes.
All right.
There was also the story about him when we were going up to my mom's funeral. We stopped in Payson and got dilly bars.
Oh.
And we were, I think we were going right to the viewing from driving up there. Well, he had on this white shirt and there was chocolate like all over it.
Oh no.
And one of my kids said, "You were supposed to not eat it, not lay in it."
Very.
Go outside.
All right. Last two, I'm pretty sure. Do you have any hobbies or special interests?
I love to read,
Yes.
and I like to crochet.
Great horse.
I like baseball.
Oh yes. And then, what about these hobbies or sports do you enjoy the most?
Probably baseball.
Oh yeah. Any reason or just it's baseball?
Probably because I used to watch baseball with my dad all the time.
Oh nice.
Hey, I forgot to tell you that I was very impressed.
All right. If you could go back to any age, which would it be and why?
I think I would probably go back to my
Don't talk, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Early 50s?
Yeah.
All right. Any reason?
Well, because my kids were pretty much, I mean, they could do stuff like, well, I had some that were married,
Oh, that's cool.
and the younger ones were kind of more independent.
Yeah.
I really liked the teenage years.
Yeah.
And, what was I gonna say? And what was the rest of it?
Just what age would you want to go back to and why?
Oh, and why?
Yeah. Pretty solid answer.
I was starting to get grands by that time.
Oh yeah. Wait, when was Sawyer born? How old?
Charlie tells me you're a bitch.
She was 22. Yeah, I would have been 51, almost 52.
Okay, nice. That is all my questions. Thank you very much, Grandma.